What's up, guys? Your boy KFB23 on the YT. I'm back in another video. CP3 just got waived. CP3 just got waived, and that's very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised at that fact. They said earlier reports said like a month ago that he's gonna at least stay on the team and then get traded, but I guess they realized he had no trade value, so I guess they waived him. I don't know how much money he made. I think he made a lot of money. It was like over 100 mil for the next 4 years, because CP3, before he turned 37, was actually a good NBA player, an all-star, an all-NBA caliber player. And then when he turned 37, I ain't gonna lie, it went downhill. It went downhill. They have Kevin Durant now, so they really don't need. It would have been nice to see CP3 have a ring, but I guess that's not gonna happen with the Suns, at least. Now he can go anywhere he wants. And low-key, I've been thinking about it. I think the Bucks are probably the best option for CP3 after what just happened to them against the We Believe Miami Heat team. I guess I'm gonna call them that. They were tough. That would be probably the best situation for him. The backup point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks is Javon Carter, and I think, me personally, I think CP3 is better than Javon Carter at this age. Even though Javon Carter gave the Bucks good minutes this year, great minutes. Even though he's younger than them, I feel like CP3 would be great for that roster after Jrue Holiday's done, because sometimes Jrue Holiday cannot be the second option on a championship team, and that was noticeable last year and this year when they faced decent comp, when Jrue Holiday has to score the basketball. Because of Chris Middleton, hopefully he gets back to 2021 Chris Middleton. That man was a beast. This year he wasn't him. I promise. Even though the Bucks were very good this season as a Jrue Holiday as a second option most of the year, and they had the best defense this year, playoff time it just didn't work out. Giannis got hurt, and they just couldn't beat the Miami Heat. I feel like he helps that problems defensively. He's a cone at this point, but he's better than most cones in this league. So, and Giannis can help him. Like hide CP3 in the court, because Giannis is still on the DPOY. If they still get Brook Lopez this year, that backcourt alone should be good enough so Chris Paul won't be abused, and Jrue Holiday at shooting guard will just bring CP3 off the bench. So in that second unit with Jingles and Jay Crowder, I don't know if Jay Crowder is still going to be a Buck next year. I don't know what's that situation. I don't know his contract situation looking like, but right now he's probably not a Buck next year. I don't know. That would be a great situation. I saw some Warriors fans out there saying we want him. I'm like, all right. I know Jordan Poole was garbage this year in the playoffs. But like, I'm still taking this year Jordan Poole over anything Chris Paul gave me this year. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this year, Chris Paul, he got injured. He only played 59 games. He only played 59 games this year. That's like a career low, isn't it? That's a career low, 59 games. He couldn't score the basketball. I'm proud, bro. He couldn't score to the end of this year. 13 points. That's literally the low. That's literally the lowest of his career. He struggled to score. It's kind of hard to play make and be able to score at the same time. That's really tough. Let me restart that. It's kind of hard to play make without having the ability of a threat of scoring. Like, Chris Paul only gave you 14 points last year, but his threat of mid-range gave him the ability to give him 10 assists. Chris Paul averaged 13 this year, 9 assists. Defense was like noticeable bad. People were attacking CP3, and we got Kevin Durant, and I know he just broke down the playoffs again. In the second round, he broke down, and now the Suns can't get the second round. So you had to get rid of Chris Paul. The only time the Suns ever got out the first round is when they played a Jokic team that didn't have Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. That's pretty interesting to say. But that's tough. It's tough. I don't know. It's tough. Let me say on Jack here. I would like to go. I would like to go to the Bucks. Deadass. If that duo is there, Giannis and Chris Paul. Oh my God, it's even got it up. That pick and roll is gonna be pretty good. It's still gonna be able to pick and roll, and likewise for CP3, he can still run. He's like the third option, the fourth option on the team, and all he has to really do is play make, shoot the corner three, and once in a while get the pass. Like that duo, not duo, but like that pick and roll is like one of the best pick and rolls that probably run in the NBA. It's kind of sad to see CP3 got waived because I thought the Suns with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant could win a championship maybe next year, but like it's looking like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, they don't have DeAndre Ayton. Like they have to trade DeAndre Ayton because he's not doing anything. He was doing in his playoffs, especially against Jokic. Landau, who's funny as hell on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. He's funny as hell. Was outplaying him. And I think Landau was undrafted, and he's coming with the bench, and he was outplaying him and played the fourth quarter of games with DA was just not good. Just was not good, especially like game 2 and 3 of that series. So it's interesting what the Bucks are going to do. It's interesting what the Suns are going to do, because that team looks pretty bad now. I ain't gonna lie, that team looks pretty bad now. I don't know what team wants DeAndre in $140 million for a 4-year contract, because he had an all-time, so his value's at an all-time low. It's basically Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna lie, Kevin Durant probably should have stayed in Brooklyn. At this, I don't know. I wish the Brooklyn Nets gave Kyrie that contract, because right now it's looking tough for them because they're building their future around a 27-year-old small forward, and the Suns have 2 stars with no decent role players. They might get a vet minimum guy maybe, but as of right now, Cameron Payne's your starting point guard, and in this league, that ain't gonna work. Maybe 2021 Cameron Payne, but this Cameron Payne is not gonna work. But I'm KFB 23 on the YT, and like, hey, today's the NBA Finals, so I'm out. Peace.